Alright, let's go talk to Sid and let him know what went down.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Who's Otto?
Just taking a quick.
And, yeah, shit went down last time. It was a lot of fun. What up?
We can keep running. Or we can walk through this door.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead.
Oh, that's deep.
So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit,
He's embracing it.
and there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms?
The music.
For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice.
I do spitting them facts.
And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
Aw.
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
So we're officially a part of Sid's,
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
Nice. We're part of the plan.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
Yes, let's kill that bitch. Fuck her. Let's go. Earlier. Look at all that ice. Oriflamme, the Holy Empire of Sambric. Council of Elders. White Worm Lair.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, we will be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Who dat? Who was this creep?
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think that...
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house.
Well, they kind
And
of are.
you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sandbreck is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants.
Well,
If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
it's like when you put it that way.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do.
He's like, please don't stay and go do what I just told you to do. Thanks. No more conversation. That's very pretty.
Where is my son?
Who's
The
his
Lord
son?
Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Orther. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again.
That's
soon.
his son. Okay.
As you command.
Hold on. I want to read up on this guy, Sylvester Lesage, Emperor of Holy Empire of Simbrek, who won his throne at least partly by virtue of his son Dion having awakened as the dominant of Bahamut. All right. The Holy Empire of Simbrick, a nation occupying the northeastern reaches of the continent of Storm and the great city of Oriflamme as its capital. Simbrick is the realm's largest theocracy and home to Mother Crystal Drake's Head. The empire is ruled by the Holy Emperor, the one true goddess made flesh according to the Gregorian faith, who is served unquestionably by the sworn knights of the Blessed Dragon, known more as the Dragoons. Dion, firstborn son and loyal subject of Emperor Sylvester, ruler of the Holy Empire of Simbrek, as well as leader of the Empire's most elite fighting force, the Dragoons. Dion is also the dominant of Bahamut, Warden of Light, and has oft been called upon to summon his icon in defense of his countrymen, most recently in the year of the realm 873, when Odin took to the field against them in the Battle of Belinus Tor. The Strait of Autha, a narrow channel of the north of the Crystalline Dominion that separates the continents of Storm and Ash, with Simbrek to the west, Woloid to the east, and Dominion to the south. Its shores are never short of shoulders or political tension. Okay, so this gives us more of a, like, lay of the land. Ha! That's what it's called. Okay, so north, Crystalline Dominion separates continent of Storm and Ash. Simbrek is west, Woloid east, Dominion south. Okay. Oriflamme, the capital of the Holy Empire of Simbrek, located in northeastern Storm in the peninsula that dominates Elephis Bay and is home to the Mother Crystal known as Drake's Head. All of the Empire's major institutions have located here, including White Worm Castle, seat of the Holy Emperor, and meeting place of the Cardinals. All right.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you
There
mad?
Sid goes smoking a blunt
I
again.
have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer until I saw it standing right in front of me.
That's kind of what was happening to the people.
There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mined from the mother crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see
Ah, that was one big mother
Imagine
crystal.
just how much ether can be drawn by something
On the
that
capital.
size. As to where it's all going, mind? Well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups? The gods themselves?
So now you want to do something about the crystals. And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
So that was Sid's big plan? Or is it bigger than this? It's just getting heated.
I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
Oh, great. Side missions. Ugh. Why? There's nothing in here for me. Sorry. Oh boy, there's a few side missions. Alright guys, strap in.
Me. Just taking a quick breather, and
Alright. Who needs shit done? I gotta deliver more soup? What's this? Glenn?
You've lost a letter. Nothing too important, I hope.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that bad, surely.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for? Nothing, that's what. I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. Worst of all, that letter I lost, it was for Sid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival.
I wonder what letter that is.
Just have to own up to Otto and Sid. They're gonna skin me alive.
Alright, let's do it.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
It sounds like the hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance my pack might have caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor.
And
come
with
me.
me.
If you can find Sid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Sid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Well, now I'm gonna have to keep him waiting. Alright, let's prioritize it and pick up the next side quest just in
Unless it
case
won't last very long out in the elements. I should make for Sambrek as soon as I can.
Alright. First, let's pick up this side quest.
I heard Otto
Then-
barking at his lot earlier.
Then we will check our items and shit.
Where are you, Randall?
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned. And you know what it's like out there for a bearer on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does what she can, her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait. You were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Then might I ask a favour of you? I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon.
Alright, so you want me to find them?
I'll do what I can.
Oh, thank...
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lost Wing.
Alright.
He's been working for Quinton, the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend.
Alright, not this one. We're gonna do the other one first. Okay. Anything else? There's a few things for us to pick up. Or maybe new items for us to get or something. Let's see.
Take a seat.
Welcome to the family.
I'll fetch you a bowl of brown.
Okay.
Oh, right. Right.
Young had so many uses. Have you come for a tale? Or perhaps...
We read some stuff already, so hopefully.
I have quite the find for you today.
Okay, see, not too bad.
What subject shall we
Oh
consider
god, never
today?
mind. I lied. Alright. He wanted to create a world where bearers and dominants can die on their own terms. He unearthed the shocking truth that the mother crystals were the cause of the all-consuming blight. He makes plans to see the mothers fall, that Valisthea and her people might be saved. So he's trying to get rid of the mother crystals. That capital was made of what seemed to be a huge mother crystal. And also, on top of that, the overuse of it. So I imagine the way a lot of the bearers were overusing their powers forcibly. Like, they were forced to use their powers to serve their masters. And then they turned into, remember we saw in that like church/hospice area in Martha's Rest, they turned into like stone and then crumbled. I imagine that's kind of what's happening to the land. It looks similar. Though the people of Valisthea rely on the crystal mined from these mountains in their everyday lives and flock to the aether-rich lands around them in pursuit of their blessing, Sid posits that it is in fact the mother crystals and their ability to draw aether from the earth that is the reason the Deadlands advance. The few who learn the truth are hunted down by those in positions of power, those whose power rests on their control of this crucial resource. Oops. Drake's Head, a mother crystal situated on the Sea of Grace in northern Sembrick. Drake's Head towers over the holy capital of Oriflamme. Its mighty form is a testament to power and permanence of the empire. However, mysterious aether floods and the specter of the ever-encroaching blight have led some in power to call that permanence into question. Wouldn't places with bigger mother crystals be more affected, or no? The High Cardinal, first and foremost of the 5 cardinals who make up the Council of Enders, second only to the Holy Emperor in the imperial government, it is his role to lead the council in governing Sambrick in the Emperor's stead, and providing the latter does not overrule his decisions, his authority is absolute. Clive, we have an update. He learns that he is indeed the dominant of Ifrit, the one who took his brother's life. Anxious to atone for his crimes and filled with righteous anger after witnessing the massacre at Eastpool, he pledges himself to Sid's cause to freeze all of Valisthea from its bonds. Not only those between bearers and master, but those between man and the Mother Crystal. Okay. What's going on here? Witham Castle, the towering citadel from which the Holy Emperor of Sambrick rules over the entirety of his demesne, with the Mother Crystal rising above it and the imperial capital of Oriflamme spread out below. This ivory edifice is truly a wonder to behold. The Breadbasket, a region overlooking the Strait of Otha in the eastern part of Sambrick. The bounty provided by its rich soil fed the empire for generations until the ever-encroaching blight intervened, displacing thousands in the process, a disturbance which played no small part in the troubles that were later to engulf the imperial capital. Okay, puppy. The Crystalline Dominion, a tiny independent state straddling the continents of Storm and Ash. Its capital, Twinside, is built on the tiny isles of Ark from which its mother crystal Drake's Tail rises. The lack of a dominant has seen the Dominion become the subject of constant maneuvering over the years, both political and military, and it was only through the recent convening of a Council of All Nations that a non-aggression treaty toward the neutral body was forged and a tenuous stability among centuries-old rivals achieved. There's more. The Gregorian Church, the state religion of the Holy Empire of Sambrick, whose followers worship the goddess Gregor as the one true deity. And the church's head stands the Holy Emperor, voted into office by his fellow cardinals, and supposedly their equal, though this is widely recognized to be a convenient fiction. The followers of Gregor worship dragons as sacred servants of their goddess, and since the founding days of the empire, they have doted and depended on them. Okay, so basically Queen Marika. Just kidding. There's something else here. Here we go. Council of Elders, advisors of the Holy Empire of Sambrick and the highest body of government in the empire. The council consists of 5 cardinals of the Gregorian Church who are intended to rule in the emperor's stead. The emperor, meanwhile, is expected to serve as a constitutional monarch, and there is little to prevent one who wishes to impose their will upon the council from playing a more autocratic role. The 5 cardinals, the senior statesmen that make up the highest office of government in Sambrick after the emperor himself, the Council of Elders. The council is comprised of the High Cardinal, representative of central Sambrick and the holy capital Oriflamme, and the 4 cardinals who administer the outer provinces, the northern, southern, eastern, and western seas. The founder. Fear and uncertainty reigned in those early years following the sins of Zemix. Not wanting to further incur the wrath of the heavens, and few who survived the fall took to wandering the land, spurning magic and staying to the shadows, and so they lived for decades. One man, however, grew tired of this life, if it could be called that, and after bidding his companions farewell, climbed a grassy knoll overlooking a forest of beech and alder. Here he gathered a pile of rubble and used it to build a humble shelter, which he spent the night. The next morning, however, instead of abandoning his work as was his people's wont, he gathered more rocks, adding to the structure until the shelter had become a shack. This he continued for days, weeks, until the shack had become a home. At first, those few wanderers who passed the knoll would shun him, cursing the man under their breaths for his hubris. But as his estate grew and one building became 2 and 2, 3, the people began to slow their steps. And it was not long before some took to joining him on the knoll, gathering souls, building new lives, new destinies. They did without magics or machines, without boon or blessing. They relied on naught by their hands, their backs, their wills, and each other. And slowly house gave way to a village, village to a town, town to a nation. The man would one day die, as all men do, but those who remain continue his legacy, expanded upon it. And though his name was eventually forgotten, his spirit lives on in the days and the hearts of all Rosarians. Ah, so Rosarians, had it right from the beginning, huh? Not to use too much magic. They knew something. The Continental Accord, an international pact made at the dawn of the present era in which such matters as the treatment of bearers and the establishment of realm-wide currency were laid out. It formed the basis of much of Palestinian society as it stands today, including the branding of bearers and the status of non-persons. It also put in place a universal calendar, marking a symbolic fresh start for mankind, albeit one that put magic users at a crippling disadvantage. Damn. Fuck the Continental Accord. Somebody needs to burn it. Shit. Non-persons. That's fucked up. Wow. That's crazy. I love reading this stuff, man.
Everything you needed?
Yeah, man. It's the world building in this game is really excellent.
Miss Molly?
Clive, was it?
Alright. I guess we'll speak to... Well, no. Let's go to the blacksmith first.
Make it quick. So, what'll it be?
What is this? Oh my god. What do I have right now? Oh, that's nice. Sure.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Okay. Yeah, what we have is good. Alright.
And?
We can sell shit right now. To Karen.
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The holy capital. And what business would you not having... On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
Alright. Yeah, there's really nothing better than what I have, which is great. We could... What's this? Gradually fills limit break gauge for 30 seconds. That's pretty cool. I suppose we can buy potion, right? We're pretty... Well, actually, no. We have 3 out of 4. My bad.
Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, summat foul's brewing. And it ain't Tyre's borbile tea. Just go and see Otto, will you?
Borbile tea? That sounds gross. Sorry, I meant to sell you shit, girl.
And what do you want? Going purse weighing
my
you
bad.
down?
Yes.
You got out else? Finished, are you?
Yes. Alright, anything else here I want to do? Nope. Excellent. Alright, let's fast travel to our side missions, guys. The beginning of this episode won't be as exciting. So, yeah, let's do this. I like that they mark it like priority 1, priority 2, so that I can do whichever one I want to do first. I like that. Oh god, it's right there. Wow, I almost tried to like use my...
The courier said his pack.
What is it called?
While he was
Loincloth?
The
The thing that Link uses. Paraglider, there you go. Right? No, it's something else. Whatever. I've been playing a lot of Zelda.
Looks like I'm in the right area.
I'm close to beating it, but I've been doing a lot of side activities. Two bloody hides. Alright, yes, these missions are very fetch questy. Not a fan. But hopefully I benefit from it somehow. Perhaps in rewards.
More of the lost supplies.
Are you gonna make me fight something, or are we just gonna pick shit up? I'm just gonna pick up a bunch of sacks.
I doubt he could have fit much more in his pack. Still no sign of Sid's letter, though. I've come this far.
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you?
Am I?
I'm here for Master Quentin.
I'm looking for a letter someone dropped nearby. And I suppose you've seen it.
Can't say I have, sorry.
Well, if you do...
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper. No idea if it was your letter, but you never know.
Which way did it go?
towards Lost Wing. Seemed well looked after to me.
It's a good thing we did this one first, because we have to head to Lost Wing anyway.
To the village, then. Thank you.
Alright, let's go. I guess Lost Wing sort of loops? Like, could I just go here? And yeah, why not, right? What's stopping us? I mean, maybe on the way there something would have happened. I don't know. Whatever. It connects, it seems. I'm kind of regretting this though. Maybe I should have just took the long way, because it was directing me there.
That'll be enough today. But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing?
What'll we do for supper?
What'll we do for supper, mummy? Oh, is this the letter? Oh, poor doggy, he's dirty. We have to clean
Seems
him.
we have a culprit. Sorry, boy.
No, let's keep him. He needs to be.
Someone's
He
waiting
needs a
for
bath.
He's waited long enough already.
Oh, give him a love.
Hopefully this will keep our career out of trouble.
No, let's take care of him. Damn it. Torgal, you're so lucky. Oh, what's this? New shit.
What can I interest you in today?
Nothing? What is that? Alright.
You're always welcome here in Lost
Wait,
Wing.
sorry.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
Alright, my
Good
bad.
day.
Sun's setting fast. They'll all be back from the vineyard soon.
Ah, if it isn't Sid's young protege. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm looking for a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do. Though, thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him. Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass. I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive.
Couldn't we just finish? What is this? Drink? Meat? Smoked kippers? Ingredients?
Can I have another cup, Daddy?
Don't give him another cup, Daddy. Anything else here? Alright. I had enough. I wish I could run. I don't know. I think I have Joy-Con drift on this controller. It's gonna take us so long to get there. What if I switch controllers? I should probably do that. The other one has Joy-Con drift too, actually. See, now we're running. Okay, that's good. Alright, first let me get this. Don't start it yet. Excellent. 2 gil.
You all right?
The hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but reckless sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road, in the clearing. Please, you have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin what happened.
Alright. We'll walk there. I probably should have walked to the other place too to get... What the...
Goblins.
Oh my god.
Why am I not surprised?
Keep your distance, boy. Get him, boy. Give them all you've got, boy.
Not this time.
Burn, baby, burn.
Garuda, lend me your strength.
Oh, come on, you stupid gate. Fence, whatever.
Don't let them get away. Get him.
You dead. Alright guys, hopefully we're done with side quests soon. I'm sorry. I cannot do them on camera. I just feel like it naturally happens. And some of them have some interesting stuff, but most of them don't. So far.
Sorry, Randall. Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside. I'll speak to Quentin.
Alright. Okay. We're going back. Should we just fast travel? I think so. Or not. I don't know, guys. Are we gonna see anything on our way back? I'm not sure. Probably not. I should have probably just fast traveled. Let's go. Even though I wasted time already. It's fine, right?
But how did the grocer know his dog?
Somebody's daughter's running away to see a guy in the vineyard.
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone. Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the south gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave, though I didn't know he was reckless.
Had you known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that
Because it helped keep the hideaway of...
I'll tell Sid what happened here.
Hmm.
I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate. And I suppose you're none too happy either.
So this guy only cared about him because he helped keep things going. And he didn't seem to care. He only seemed to care about the business, I suppose. Alright. Great.
Can I have another cup, Teddy?
Oh, this motherfucking kid. Oh, a cup of this, cup of that. Alright. I had enough. Alright. Let's turn in this side quest and then we can move on. Finally. Sorry, guys. So far, side quests are like, I could do without them.
Oh, there you are. I just got back to the hideaway and thankfully Otto hasn't seen me yet. I don't suppose you,
Found the things you dropped. I did.
I was so sure they'd be gone.
Only a little worse for wear.
No more skulking about in the shadows for me, then. And all thanks to you. Losing those supplies was one thing, but if Sid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter. She's off studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keeps Sid sane while she's away.
Sid has a daughter.
You never mentioned a daughter.
Huh.
Well, he's a busy man. And thanks to you, he
Alright,
won't be wasting
so
his time smiting
this wasn't a
careless
complete
couriers
waste.
with levin boats. So I'd say you did us both a service. Here.
Why isn't she
For your
here,
troubles.
though?
If there's anything you're wanting from Sid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
Who's the baby moms, though? It surely isn't Benedicta. She doesn't seem like the motherly type. All right.
Take a seat, Clive.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
This?
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame.
No.
And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach.
Ah.
I'll send a Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming.
Got it.
We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but who is this dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale.
Ill repute.
And she's quite a woman. if you know what I mean.
Uh-oh. Is that a brothel?
Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
This guy's really into her. What are you creeping about? What is this? Alliant reports. Alliant reports are now available by viewing by speaking to Gal at the Alliant report counter at the Hideaway Mess. At the Hideaway's Mess. The reports complied by the Curse Breakers contain information on quests currently available across Valisthea. More quests.
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
That's not everything. I gotta talk to this lank-locked bearer.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Well, at the Hideaway service, anyway.
He's the goat.
Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the Curse Breakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word.
Let's
Reckon
look at
you
it.
could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own reward.
Alright, I'm doing everything for everyone, like you said.
If that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all.
Oh, bounties. Ooh, I could get down with that. Let's learn about goat.
Me?
Oh, right. I do what Otto tells me. Suppose you could say I'm his right-hand man. He's a hard master, but not nearly as hard as my old one was. When that man beat me bloody and threw me out into the streets to die, it was Otto who found me and took me in.
I see it.
I owe him, and so I help him look after the ledgers as well as reading through all the reports coming in from our allies across the Twins. And if it sounds like someone out there needs our help, I make a note so I can point any willing volunteers in the right direction.
What'd you say?
Are you willing? There's no surer way of turning Otto's frown into a little less frowny.
Anything catch your eye?
Yeah, Lion reports are not only found quests around Valisthea, but also travel immediately to the obelisk waypoint near their location. Excellent. So, welcome committee. I suppose we just travel straight there. Let's check it out. I guess it's cool that they let you fast travel straight from the thing. We'll come back. I hear you need help. Alan.
Ah, you're Sid's man, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
It depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quinton a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. Can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
Alright, let's do it. More side quest, guys. I thought we were done. Bounties, though, sounds interesting.
So you're the new arrivals. Is there anything I can get you?
Why are you crying?
Safe here. They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
Truly. I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here. I'll fetch you something from the tavern.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
No, let's go make their bellies full.
That'll be enough for today.
There's another side quest here? Jeez. Jeez.
Can I have another?
I'll have 2 plates of whatever you're serving.
Sorry. We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending to the wants of outsiders.
Oh, bitch.
It's not for me. It's for some new arrivals.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade. Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes. One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quinton commands, as do we all. And Master Quinton commands that none of his favoured guests be left wanting. Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
Great. She's only being nice because I have connections.
Bread and wine.
Other than that, she would have let me starve.
Hopefully this will be enough.
It's fucking bullshit.
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper.
Brother, did you see?
Yeah. Bread and wine from the tavern.
They're gonna get so drunk because they have empty bellies. And they're so little. Skinny.
May we? Truly?
Yes, enjoy. Buon provecho. You happy?
Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Aww.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
Aww.
I know. I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
They're so sad. You know, I'm so glad their bellies are full now. Oh, my babies. Alright. Hold on. Innervated bearer. Innervated. What does that mean? Okay, Google. What does innervated mean? Oh. Okay. An organ or other body parts with nerves.
I don't save that crop. I want no trouble. Wait, that's... Oh, glory to Grieger. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
Great, we gotta go kill wasps.
You need someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed. I've never seen them so far from the forest, nor so mean for that matter. I suppose the smell's got them worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my... You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use, please? Rid us of the...
Alright, let's go kill some wasps.
I'll see to it.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's Bay.
Let's go kill the wasps. What's here? The mysteries of vinification. While some winemakers will remove the skins of grape after pressing, leaving both skin and seeds in the juice to commingle creates a must that is better suited for extended aging, ultimately resulting in a more refined wine. Then once the wine calms and settles sufficiently, the skins are removed, and the must is then transferred to wooden barrels of oak or chestnut, which, by allowing air to leach into the wine, impart deepened levels of complexity, introducing rich aromas and improving texture, all while lessening bitterness. Wow, we just learned how to create wine, basically. It is a very intricate, delicate process, it seems. Oh god. I want to be done with these side quests. What's up here, though? I can't help myself. Look! The Hymns of Gregor. And thus did Gregor summon together her 72 spirits of light and tell them of the holy herald she would send to the world below, where there was much strife and suffering, for which she wept. Rejoice, she said, for my heralds who are a part of me and who are me shall be as bread unto the starving, as water unto the thirsty, and shall bring light where there is. Oh, I read this already. Sorry, forgot. I read a lot. Okay. Let me see something. I can just travel here. Why not? Let's save some time. We're almost an hour in on side quests and lore. It's alright. Is there... do items spawn here every time?
A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble.
A few wasps? I'm scared. I feel like these wasps are gonna be wasps of mass destruction. I feel like we haven't pet Torgal in a while. Here we go.
Give them all you've got, boy. Don't let them get away. Keep your distance, boy.
Did I just use a freaking potion by accident again? My goodness. Alright, your stupid fucking wasps are dead.
Looks like that was the last of them. I'd better let Quentin's man know.
Alright, I think I'm gonna walk this time, maybe, perhaps, because I didn't before. And I want to see how this part of the map connects to the other part. Or maybe I saw already. That's how we got there, right?
It's looking to be a fine harvest this year.
Well, we just discovered a place, I guess, maybe. Or maybe we've seen that already, I don't know. What? Did we oh, no, we're going towards where we need to go, okay. Oh, good, we're right here. Yes, it was nighttime when we came here the first time. Sorry, my brain just, it doesn't function really. I'm tired. I had a full week at work. And not much sleep. Because I've been trying to fit in a lot of things. Alright, let's turn in this quest. I'm hoping to at least get some main mission stuff into this episode without it being 3 hours long.
Those wasps won't be interfering with your harvest anymore.
Oh, thank you. Master Quentin would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward.
great.
Our Gotand Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quinton's idea. He wanted to give...
Aw, he wants bears to work at the vineyard.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this...
Alright, raise glass of wine in my honor, thanks. Dying on the vine. Alright, what now? Did we even do the freaking bounty? You know? Maybe this is it? Martha's Rest. Or just another side quest is here. Let's just get these all done. Alright. I can't play the game not doing them. The exclamation points are gonna bother me. Oh. Well, everyone is okay now here. Alright, hold on.
It's done for.
Anything catch your eye?
No. He has the same stuff as whoa, what's this? Oh, these are mad expensive, dude. Like, why would I buy that right now? What the hell? I'm just gonna buy 2.
Much obliged. Very well.
I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Oh, Martha's okay.
What? Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone.
That's
When I saw
Amicia.
what was happening, I slipped out the back.
And young
stayed,
Jill.
But, oh, please help them.
They had these voice actors play multiple characters.
I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
Alright. Sorry, guys. It's very hot. I gotta put my AC on. Let's go here. Slay the bandits.
Golden Stables, my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy though, I expect. What say we relieve you on it?
Fuck off.
Get him, lads. I want that blade.
He's talking shit while getting fucked up. Pushovers. Oh, that cold air feels good.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
There he is,
Martha,
the
you're
hero
okay.
of the Golden Stables.
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. The good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around.
No, thanks.
Here.
What is this?
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do for to make this place presentable. You best be going before I arm you with a mop.
She was about to put me to frickin' work to clean after I just did this for her. Alright, are we done here? Okay, let's see. Let's go back to the hideaway. I feel like we didn't do a bounty, so... Unless it was the bugs? Or maybe he was just directing me to where there was help needed. I feel like there was something else, wasn't there? Unless I did both of them. Let me see.
Take a seat, Clive. Fancy giving us a hand? Quick look.
Okay, no, we did everything. Okay, great.
Think
Excellent.
he can help?
Yay! Finally! Oh my god.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
I mean...
Just following orders.
I did just do a bunch of
Funny,
side shit.
I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Why not?
Just the three of us, then.
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
Alright, Dad. Alright, let's head to Lost Wing.
So, we're meeting in Northreach. And will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
That'll be enough today. But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing?
This shit is mad far. Am I going the wrong way? Probably. Yeah. Oops. Alright, get ready to run, Clive. We're ready. We finished this in almost exactly an hour. All the side quests.
Is it safe to ride to Northreach now?
I said almost exactly. I'm an idiot. Spiders. Spiders. Ooh. Can we run again? Ew, shiny stuff. chocobo. Oh. Nah.
There. Northreach.
Clive, please run. Thank you. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Are they just gonna keep
The
chasing me?
soldiers used to speak of a brothel, but that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south.
How much for this one?
How much for this one? Says the noble woman.
Fancy a drop of the Empire's finest? We've the right to confiscate any objects for the growth.
Not another step, Brandon.
What?
Or you'll be
Oh,
spending
fuck off. Alright, let's start
Food's
here.
not getting any fresher.
Welcome, welcome.
You don't have anything good. And I'm not spending all that. Why is the music so expensive? Oh, is this the girl that guy was talking about?
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time.
Oh, whatever.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a brand.
What does that
about
even
you.
mean?
The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
Wow, she banged Sid and the other
You're
guy.
the dame.
Sid
Let
gets
us leave
around.
Such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabelle. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would.
Oh.
I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested.
Oh god.
Unless...
What a word.
Unless.
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear.
So you're gonna be the master?
Yes. That will do nicely.
I think she really likes me.
But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
Oh no. She's pressuring us into sexual acts. Oh, look at the sun setting. It's so pretty.
Too. They get that colour.
What? What color?
Are you gonna buy something or not?
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But It's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Don't worry about it.
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Boy, hold up.
What you do?
Another fucking branded. Oh, you're lucky you're with the dame.
These
Get out of my
people,
sight.
they're
Filth.
racist bullshit. Or, not racist, but like, marked, I don't know. What are we calling it in this world? Discriminatory bullshit.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
True.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement.
They're pussy whipped.
As do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
You do have a choice.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Cozy.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabelle. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do?
Clive, you're beastin'.
Don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
It's dangerous to go alone. The moon and the stars seal.
Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
Alright, let's do it.
I should probably start here.
Oh my gosh, look at all these side quests. Oh boy.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to help me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you.
Alright. We gotta find this girl.
Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about.
Alright, right. Word gets
And you've
around
already been
fast.
sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. He'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
Oh.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She didn't mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared.
Aw, what a creep.
She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in. And she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got
Aw.
a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
Yeah,
You've been
right.
very helpful.
Tatienne did
Don't let
that.
him get
Good
away
girl.
with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man
Oh,
from the
no.
garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Alright. Let's, I guess pick up this stupid side quest.
Excuse me, you there? I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dames? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded.
And who exactly would I be
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances.
Okay, guy.
I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help
I guess.
Why not?
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver... There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are...
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
They're drugs.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles, which
Trifles.
folk beyond the checkpoint
That's what they call
are
'em.
keen to get their hand. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you strongly.
He's strong, guys. Alright, let's go, I guess. Let's see, where is it? That way? Okay. Yeah.
Well then, I suppose you'll need it.
The dialogue.
We've the right to confiscate any objects.
Spices from the far
Fresh fish,
One of those
all
down.
from the sea of racist.
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind. Whether you have the coin or
Whatever.
not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice.
What is it? A heavy purse? Eerily melodic tinkling that is likely best ignored. Tinkling. Melodic tinkling.
That is no burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink.
Oh, it's
Not just any drink.
alcohol?
The very best, specially distilled for my most discerning customers.
Or he's
the
getting
guards
the drink.
find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden. All right. If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course.
Okay. So he wanted alcohol. What else does he want?
I have no business with.
He wants some weed?
Well, I have business with you. A package. Fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the... This is lighter than usual.
Wow.
Branded, if I discover you have played me false...
I can always take it back.
You will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your...
Everyone's so
Had you been
mean.
the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains.
Fuck off.
Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
What a dick.
Cigars.
Oh. This guy's
Those
indulgent.
Cigars are worth more.
Wow, he said the cigars are worth more than my life. What a cunt.
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now. Shoot.
I'm so
I have
sick
a
of
delivery
this.
from Etienne.
Yearly melodic tinkling. I want to know what it is.
Wide. Times are hard. Sorry about the welcome.
Whatever. Just like everyone else. What now? Beads? What kind of beads? What is
Perfume.
this? Perfume. What?
Oriflamme's finest.
Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes.
He's
Question
trying to have a
is,
good night.
How can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
Alright. Aw, man. Gotta go around the tents. I want to know what he delivered them,
No
though.
one's allowed through the gate until all packs have been inspected.
They're not gonna inspect my packs, right? This is a day of side quests, guys, apparently.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Alright. Are we gonna give it to him without question?
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals?
Oh, those are
No
crystals.
need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
Who does he get this from?
As chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt a reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are not... I thank you. As will our mutual friend.
Alright. He's a crystal dealer. Crystal meth. Shady fellow. Wow. These people are really, really mean. What do you want? He's gonna be mean to me too, right?
Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Fuck off.
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind.
I'm just passing through.
Don't bloody believe it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, I am.
About like he... The Dame laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
Wow.
Oh, Dash, how about it, Brandon? Care to...
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are.
Do we have to
Robin
fight
and
them?
I need to know the Dame's being properly looked after.
Is that what it is? Alright, let's fight him. He's gonna get wrecked.
Fine. If it'll...
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back.
No,
Take a
neither am I.
moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight.
Alright, fuck off, guy. Please. Pride comes before a fall, that's for sure. Alright, let's go.
Now.
Yep.
If that's what you want.
You calling me cocky?
Alright.
Oh my god. This guy. Something's wrong with him.
Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding.
Leon?
Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brandon. Alright. So you know one end.
You're so easy to beat, Leon.
No.
You were nothing.
Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? Huh. So it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine.
Alright, let's see
Sword
what you
up,
got.
bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we? Not a bearer. Win the Dame's favour anyway.
By knowing when to hold my tongue.
You're even easier to fight.
You got potential. I'll give you that. I'll be dead.
Alright, Robin. Come on, bro. I didn't even break a sweat.
Can I go now?
Krieger's gash.
Krieger's
The bastard
gash.
didn't even break a sweat.
Told you.
The Dame's man or no, he's still a Branded. Best hope the son.
Yeah, not after
Yeah,
the
Brandon
bollocking he
just
gave us
kick
for
your
missing
ass.
Drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
Yeah, good bloody riddance.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the Dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in her.
That's funny. These people. So many broodies. Brood people. Alright, what is this last side quest?
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but can I trust you to be discreet?
About
He
what?
seems like a nice guy.
About this.
Finally.
About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors.
What endeavors?
As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
It is barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve.
You want me to
Not
feed
for the
them?
want of coin. Simple fare cost little more than a pittance. But to revel in the suffering of others. A simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed.
Aww.
And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
You seem like the only person in this place
Fine.
who has
What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you.
their screws
An
tightened.
extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them...
Finally, a nice guy.
What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today, that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed. Not permitted a moment's rest.
It's so messed up.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Exactly.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I am expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Alright, let's... Friend of the people. Yes.
Crystal's curse is bad enough.
What's this? The daily regiment, roll call, morning prayer rounds, the striking dummies, midday rations, the butts, 10 quivers, what? Armored sparring, kit maintenance, groundskeeping, roll call.
Let people starve as well.
Alright. Let's feed the people. Oh, working so hard. You must nourish your
You look like
body.
you need a rest.
What is he even doing? Cleaning cloth?
Not half as much as I need this. I don't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see. Has it always been this bad? Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others. That's something at least.
Alright. He goes right back to work. Okay, this one's healing somebody. Wow. Why wouldn't you want him fed?
Hurry up!
Ugh, he's healing you. Shut up.
Looks like now's not the time.
Damn it. He needs to eat.
It's not been half a moon since Bellen's.
What is she doing?
I have something for you.
She's making warmth.
From the chamber. You need to leave. Now.
Branded! Who told you to rest?
Oh no.
Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
Alright. Is this guy done? What do we do? Okay, he's done. No, he's still not done.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me!
Thank you would be nice.
You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
I hate this guy. I hate everyone.
Here. It looks like you need it.
It's so messed up. They work these people to the ground.
The Chamberlain must have sent you. But alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
Aww.
You need to rest.
But I
He
won't.
looks so tired.
I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
Aww.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. anyway. I'd better head to the Vale.
That bastard!
They treat these people so bad and they're the only ones that are really doing anything.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Oh, at least she's not
Business,
turning me down.
Though not my own. The Chamberlain
everyone
put me to
else.
work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle.
That's a little
He
weird.
was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him.
That's true.
And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
Damn, word gets around quick. All right. All right, finally we can aid Isabelle in finding Tatienne. Nothing else? Great.
Heard the bones fell favourably.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in Moor. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you.
The dame thanks
Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabelle know where I'm headed.
All right, let's go. Almost 2 hours of talking, lore, and side quests.
The markets are
I hope Tatienne's okay.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers.
Like everyone
and they will
else?
not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find
What an
something.
ugly name. Bertrand. Alright. Speak with Bertrand, aid Isabelle in finding Tatienne. Alright. Cool. Oh wow, look at this. Royal Meadows, wow.
Oriflamme. How many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
Right? You tell him, Clive.
That's
So
enough for today, Branded.
The music sounds very ominous right now. I do notice a formula with this game though. It's like when you get to a new town, it's like a lot of like talking, world building, quests. Look, we just discovered another side quest. And another one. 2 more. Oh god. And then it gets like kind of slow. But then, like, once you do the main quest and get out of the hub area, whatever hub area it is, it gets really, really hype.
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy. Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him.
Don't demand me. Ugh.
All right. Where is he?
I'm doing this for the boy, not for you. And for the money.
They'd sent me a Branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast.
Everyone else doesn't have a spine because they're not fed.
Kill the beast.
Jeez. He's not gonna give me any money for this? Fuck.
For someone whose son's in mortal danger, he didn't seem all that worried. Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna pick up... No, I'll pick up that quest after, I guess. This isn't that far. Jeez, this is so pretty, though.
But it's going to eat me!
What if I can help it? Stay back. I'll deal with this.
Is this kid gonna be rude to me too? Or is he gonna be thankful that I saved his life? Let's see if he learned being an asshole from his dad.
No! You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die.
Wow.
Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk.
What?
Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Wow.
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
You little shit. You're worse than your dad. So they lure bears in to get killed? That is so fucked up.
No doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame.
No, it's these stupid people.
Someone needs to put an end to this.
How do you find fun in
before it
killing
happens
people?
again.
You're a fucking demon. Ugh, I'm so annoyed now. I want to, like, destroy. You know what? Like the dame said, Isabelle, they're set in their ways.
You, Branded, come here this instant. How dare you frighten my son?
Fuck off.
You slaughter his poor pet and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you. He talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not.
I don't like you either, you little shit.
Bought, are you? How dare you deceive me? Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go! Summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
That wretch would be me. That wretch would be the dame. Oh, damn. I'm gonna say the dame because, like, she has power and I don't.
That unlucky wretch would be the dame. I can summon her if you like. Though I doubt she would welcome the interruption.
You serve the dame. Why would a woman of her caliber...
You look afraid. Well, how do you think those bearers in the field felt? Can you imagine their fear? Their pain? From the look of you, I'd say you're starting to get an idea of the first. Now, if you need help with the second...
Father, he's scaring me.
Good.
You think to threaten us, Branded? The dame's pet or no, I will not abide such insolence.
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Fuck off.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this Branded's head clean off his shoulders.
I want to kill them. It's unforgivable.
I'm wasting my time. I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial.
True.
That much I can do at least.
Aw, Clive. Let's do it.
How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's...
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of curious what's in that fort. Or lighthouse? I don't know. So fucked up.
More victims of the nobles' games. You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The dame. I'm in her service, like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows.
Aww.
Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
It's like these people are getting worse and worse the closer to the capital we get.
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
We don't care.
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
They got another dog already? Oh my god. Wait, is the dog eating the kid? Hell fucking yeah, kill that little shit.
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, it's gonna tear your throat out eventually.
Fuck yeah.
Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's less two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For their help.
I'm so happy that kid just got murdered.
You have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again. Till then.
That was a great side mission. See, it's a shame that good side missions like this are buried in between really boring fetch quest side missions. Because that was excellent. I kind of want to see what's over here, but it's kind of far. Alright, let's go anyway. I'm very curious. And the music is so creepy here. Like, there's so much darkness and evil.
Stays.
I have no time for you.
An Imperial watchtower. Should be well stocked.
Well stocked. Alright.
You want to come with
Let's
us?
get rid of them.
It's over.
Nice. Who else is coming?
Stay down.
You will pay for what you've done.
I bet you a dragon's gonna come out last. Considering this is so close to the capital. Alright, let's just... You know what I mean?
Don't let them get away.
Oh, I lied. No dragon. Just death. Ooh, that looks like an item that might be good. I also should probably level up. I got plenty. Is this any better? It is, actually. Let's do it. Wow, yeah, we have a lot of points. Oh boy. Stun. I'm gonna go for this one. Yeah. Let's see what's around here. I'm glad we came here. We got something. Can we go in? Oh, we can't even go in? Alright, well, whatever. We got an item that's good, I suppose. This place is really pretty. But everyone around here is ugly.
Up, the lot of you. There's still work to be.
Fuck off. Alright, what do you need, Lisette?
Have you seen my Chloe?
Who's Chloe?
I let her out of her pen while I did my chores. But she hasn't come back yet.
Are you luring me,
I
kid?
think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
You look just like the other kid, and I hate him.
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She's beautiful, white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday, and it's my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
You're so trusting, Clive. I can't trust any of these children of the corn looking ass
There's a lot of
motherfuckers.
field to search. like someone might have seen her.
It's like this last side quest we do makes me want to do more side quests, but like
You
some
work
of these
these
suck.
fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet, Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
The windmill.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot.
I'm so tired of these people being so rude. Like, dude.
Chloe. More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl? Is that someone napping on the job?
Oh no. It's a
I hope they
branded
don't
that
mind the interruption.
was overused. It's petrified. Aw, it was a kid. What the fuck, dude? This game is fucked up.
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did your belly turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic.
Wow.
You knew you were my favourite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything?
Ah.
Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true.
This is so fucking dark, dude.
And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
Wow. At least she feels bad. She didn't know any better. Damn. That is super fucking dark, dude. Shit, these side quests are good. Oh boy. That was... Hold on one second. Damn. Okay. Her parents kept giving her bears to just play with and use the magic, and they would just keep dying, and she just kept getting a new one. And
More are as intolerant as Isabelle says.
it's terrible.
It's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Terrible, terrible.
What do you want?
Oh god. Everybody's so fucked up. I can't believe how expensive music is.
Thanks for nothing.
Fuck off. Alright, what's going on here? Let's just do this. Bertrand.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something.
Well, go on then. What is it?
Apparently
One
you
of
owe
our
her a
courtisans
favor.
has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Alright.
Bobby needed some more straw for the stables.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon. You don't.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for the constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value, and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the day. Anything.
I bet.
Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
This guy's a pervert. Alright. Getting closer and closer to the capital. It's still a ways away though. Look at that. It's a freaking fortress, dude. It's crazy. Huge.
It smells of death here, Torgal.
Oh no, who died?
We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Alright, I could just do this. This shit regenerates really fast. This thing is tanky though.
Sick of Torgal.
Tanky ass wolves.
Damn it all.
Oh no.
Bodies.
Did Tatian die? What happened?
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry.
That's the comb.
So it is you. Tatian.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to sea every night. He said her name was Tatienne.
You... Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Yeah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you
Maybe
mean
the
this
man killed
comb,
him?
It was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
She liked him too.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
I guess.
I need to tell
Right.
Isabelle. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
Why is the music so creepy here, though?
Weren't expecting any new branding.
It's even a grave. If it was...
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived.
Oh, good.
They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then?
Yep. Her jewelry is
see.
really cool.
My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
All right. Lots of sad shit happening this playthrough. Everyone's dying.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Oh, yep.
Not to mention the same thing.
That's good to know.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish.
Oh, that's
Were I to
such
guess,
important
I'd
information.
say
Like,
the Emperor planned to
she
abandon
literally
the
has.
capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
She literally has the information of like the highest class citizen in
Thank you
this
again.
freaking game. She knows the freaking biggest political moves. That's crazy. The Head of a brothel. Figures. That's pussy power. This the dame, like the head of the brothel, the what do they call it? The bottom bitch? Is that the like highest? I don't even know. Anyway, she knows all of the crucial information from like literally the highest political forces of the society. She knows their next like war move. Oh god.
Now, how does that translate to what was it? Pussy power?
Pussy power, yeah, the power of pussy. Like, we got the most crucial information we need because she had it and she gave it to us. And she has it because pussy power.
So you're describing what it is with what it is.
Yes. I think. Oh god. Alright. I'm gonna take the screenshot and go. It's been a 2-hour and 18-minute video of side quests mostly. And pussy power.